Hey guys, this is Nestor, and today I was just relaxing, and something came to my mind, and I thought, you know what, I need to make a video about this. But what I'm trying to talk to you about is basically the mindset again. Like it has to do with a mindset, right? Like like if a golfer, is thinking negative, then he's basically gonna be, having a bad day, right? A bad, but if he changes his mindset, if he starts thinking, you know what, I'm a good golfer, I'm a good, I can hit that ball at the right direction. He starts visualizing it. He's gonna hit it in the right direction. So when that, the mindset of that I started thinking about was basically how, I've been starting to read all these books, and I'm starting to learn all this new information, right? And the reason I want to talk to you about this actually was because as when a lot of people are trying to find success, when a lot of people are trying to reach their goals, they get stuck. They can't reach them. And the reason why is because sometimes that you don't have that correct information in your mind. So you have to realize that your mind it's like a computer. It's like a computer, and if you don't have the correct file stored in there, there's, how do you expect to be able to make a decision that is a correct decision that's going to give you the results you want, right? So if you start reading, right, if you start reading, the right books, if you start talking to the right people and getting influenced by the right people, then your decisions in the future will start to become, more successful producing decisions, right? Because just for instance, right, like if you just start playing golf, right, if you just start playing golf, you're gonna be throwing that ball all over the place, right? But if you start practicing, right, your brain is gonna start kind of noticing those little changes. It's gonna start knowing how to hit the ball, right? But if you want to get to the professional level, because that's exactly what we're trying to do, right? If you're trying to be wealthy, if you're trying to get wealth, that's the same equivalent as being a professional golfer or a professional or a movie star or anything. To be able to make millions of dollars in your life is the same equivalent of becoming a professional in something. You're just a movie star or a professional or whatever it is, right? So in order to become a professional golfer, you're basically gonna have to read more information and get some new stuff that the normal person doesn't get. You kind of get that? You're gonna have to start, getting into yourself, reading, golfer digest, reading, going out there into the golf course and studying other professional golfers, seeing what they're doing, right? Just imagine yourself, if you're hanging out with mediocre golfers and not reading anything, not really practicing, do you really think you're going to become a professional? No. So that's the same thing, that if you are trying to become a professional, wealth builder, an entrepreneur, that's the same thing. How are you going to expect to get the results a professional is getting when you don't have that information, right? It is something that they have that you don't have, but the cool thing is that it is information that you can acquire, and you acquire by basically talking to those people, studying people that have the successes that you have, and reading the same books or more books that they do, right? So that's basically how it works. You just start thinking about your mind as a file cabinet, right? That whenever you have to decide something, your mind goes into that file cabinet and it grabs that information, that whatever information you have in there, and basically it decides, okay, this fits to it, right? It works exactly like Google. I'm just trying to say, like, trying to make you understand how it works, right? It's exactly like Google. Imagine your brain is Google, and whenever you say, hey, should I join this opportunity? Should I join that, business? Should I open my own business? Should I do this? It goes into your mind as a Google, right? And it goes into everything that your mind is, and it grabs every information that you have stored in that has to do with what the question you're asking, right? But the problem is that naturally you don't have all the answers. Naturally you don't have all the stuff. Sorry guys, there's some people coming in. Right there. So what you want to do is basically start storing that information inside. Start grabbing that information inside of you by reading the books or following the same people that you're trying to accomplish. I mean, I know I'm a little bit rambling on. It's only because it's just the passion that I have that I finally understand how it works, right? And I want you to understand. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give this value that I'm learning, and I'm trying to give it to you so you too can understand what's going on. But that's basically what it is that if you do not have the right files in there, how are you gonna make the correct decisions, right? And that's how it works in everything. That's how it works with everything. So like if you're again, with another example, imagine yourself, you're in art, you're trying to build a building. How are you going to build a building if you don't even know how to read a blueprint, right? I mean, we all know what a building is, right? We all know what a building is. We know that it needs concrete and windows and all this stuff. But how are you going to build it if you don't know what the process is? And to create wealth, there is a process. It's not as apparent as becoming a doctor or an architect or a golfer or anything like that, but there is a process, and the process is basically filling your head, filling your brain with the correct information, with the correct things that you need to be able to decide the right stuff. All right, guys? So just keep in mind that. Start filling your head with the right information. Start reading books, as many as you can get your hands off. But not only read them though. See, that's the key. Successful people are not just reading the books, they're actually studying them and actually implementing. For many years I will read books, and I don't know why I don't like highlighting and writing. I like my books to be nice and crisp for some reason, but the only reason I like that is because I thought for some reason or another it meant that I appreciated the book for some reason, right? But the books are there to study them, right? So now, I mean, I just grabbed that highlighter and I'm just highlighting everything. I'm going through the book. I'm going through the sentence. When I see a sentence that I need to highlight, I stop and I analyze it and I try to apply it in my life. And I'm like, okay, am I doing this? How can I do it better? I try to analyze it as much as I can so it can be stored in my mind in order for me to be able to use it in the future. The same thing that I'm doing right now, and I'm talking to you guys. That's basically the same thing I'm doing. I'm just going into my mind file, grabbing all those files and bringing them out and speaking them, right? If I did not know, if I didn't have that information stored, there's no way I could talk to you. There's no way I could be telling you these things because I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to do it, right? So, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you start taking action. I hope you start reading, and that's basically what I wanted to tell you. And like always, please, guys, if you guys think that this is a valuable information, share it with anybody you want. Just share it, like it, and give value to other people, because that's what's all about. The more people you help, the more you can help yourself. All right, guys, this is Nestor signing off, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.